We welcome you to this broadcast of boys varsity basketball on NKTelco Sports. We're at Minster Gymnasium where the Marion local Flyers will take on the Minster Wildcats. Tonight's game brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, the Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borcher's Floor Center, and NKTelco bring you tonight's game. I'm Dave Helmstetter, and with me tonight, Brandon Coverman. Midwest Athletic Conference basketball from Minster, where Marion local and the Minster Wildcats will renew a long-standing rivalry between these two schools. The Marion local Flyers had a tough loss in their last start. A loss to the St. Mary's Rough Riders, 46-35. 3 games underneath their belt after a very successful football season, and they're still getting a little bit of their basketball legs.
Yeah, and it's typical, you know. The Marion's done this for the past 2 decades where, you know, they're in their 4th game of the season now, but like you said, they're getting their basketball legs under them. They played a very good St. Mary's team that you and I just, you know, called a game of theirs on Monday, or a week ago, I should say, a week ago on Monday. And, you know, St. Mary's is a very good team, matched up very well with Marion's size. And they lost to them, but I'm sure Marion learned a lot. Marion's been favored to win the MAC by a lot of people. You see their size, people like Jack Kanapke leading on the inside, great guard play from guys like Jaden Mesher. Marion's got aspirations of making a deep run in Division IV this year. And the Flyers come into tonight's game at 2-1. Minster, on the other hand, the Wildcats at 2-5. They lost to Spencerville, a very good Spencerville team that has only lost once this season, 72-38. Wildcats, of course, as all the Minster fans know, battling injuries to some very key components of what they had anticipated for this new basketball season. Yeah, injuries and some youth for the Wildcats. Of course, losing lead scorer Brogan Steffi, who had, you know, a hip injury coming in to the year, aggravated that, is out for the season. But you look up and down this roster, again, only 3 seniors, 1 junior. This is a young Minster squad, and, you know, it's going to be a tough matchup for them here tonight, matching up particularly with Marion's size, which is tough for everyone to match up with. But, again, it's getting that youth, it's getting that varsity experience that's valuable for Minster, because some of these players have a lot of potential. You look at players like Cole Richard or James Niemeyer or Cole Albers. These are some very solid players that Minster has that are young, that you know are going to be forces to be reckoned with coming here in the future. So it's fun watching them develop here over the course of the season. Junior varsity contest tonight was won by the Marion local Flyers.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique, in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different. We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it Caring Without Limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
And our starting lineup tonight, all brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies, as they'll introduce the starting lineups here in just a moment or two as the officials for tonight's contest introduced right before our lineups for the Marion Local Flyers and the Minster Wildcats. Wildcats stand 2-5 overall, and the Marion Local Flyers at 2-1, and this is game number 1 for the Flyers here in the Midwest Athletic Conference. And now for the Flyers, the starting lineups. Jaden Mesher, number 11, a 6'2" senior. Tate Hess, number 12, another senior. 2 players that were second team All-MAC a year ago. Number 15, senior Brandon Eink. And number 23, a sophomore at 6'8", Austin Niekamp, averaging 5 points per game. And in the middle, the big post player for the Flyers, junior Jack Kanapke, number 33, at 6'9", averaging 13.3 points and 8.3 points per game. And now, as the custom is here in Minster, the lights are dimmed. Student section is on the floor. The cheerleaders are ready, and our starting lineups for the Minster Wildcats. Number 4, a sophomore, Cole Richard at 5'11", averaging about 11 points per game. A sophomore, James Niemeyer. And number 30, a freshman, a 5'10", guard Cole McClurg. Number 20, a senior, Logan Cooney, 6'2" senior. And number 42, a freshman at 6'7". He'll do battle undoubtedly with Kanapke, a freshman at 6'7". Starting lineups brought to you by Emerson Climate Technologies. And now let's move on to our keys to game, brought to you by the good folks at Keyhole Pizza. First for Marion Local Flyers and head coach Kurt Gottemiller.
Taking a look for them, they want to out-scrap and have good high energy here tonight. They want to eliminate the easy baskets here that Minster might get, and they want to find easy baskets as well on the inside with their size advantage that they're going to have.
And for the home team, the Minster Wildcats, head coach Michael McClurg.
And for Minster, they want to be able to handle the physicality of the Flyers. They want to be able to contain Mesher. Jaden Mesher, really nice guard player for Marion. You talk about their size issue, but talking about Jaden Mesher. And to make the shots tougher for Marion, they had a lot of tough shots in that JV contest. They want to hit tough shot. They want to make Marion hit tough shots in this varsity game.
And the Flyers turn it over on their first possession. Wildcats with it. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay with the home team, Minster Wildcats. Marion Local Flyers under veteran head coach Kurt Gottemiller. They'll be on the defense. Inside the lane, Wildcats are going to lose it. It's tossed back in, picked up there by Eink. Eink on the break defense is back as Albers, the big man for the Wildcats, gets back on defense, as does a couple of his teammates, but they'll tip it out of bounds and Marion Local will inbound it. Out front it goes to Hess. There's Mesher, shot a little bit too strong. Battle for the rebound. Niekamp has his shot blocked by Cooney. Got a whistle and a foul away from that.
Again, that's a good little design there. You can get Mesher open on a little front screen there, get him open in the corner, and misses that three. Again, Mesher, nice little shot that he has. And again, Coach McClurg emphasized, talking to him before the game, about containing him. When we talk about Marion, you talk about the size. You're going to talk about Jack Kanapke sitting at 6'9". But he really talked about Marion's guard play. Don't sleep on that. And he's got 2 points here early.
Yeah, Mesher only 3 out of 13 from the field against St. Mary's. Connects on both free throws, and the Flyers will have the early lead.
And they're going to apply a full court press here. We'll be interested to see how Minster breaks this. A more veteran squad in Marion, a youthful squad in Minster. So not surprised that Coach Guttemiller is going to try to apply this press early.
Cole McClurg, he'll bring it up court. Freshman gets it inside to Albers. Back out to McClurg for the three. Shot no good. Tipped away by Niemeyer.
And McClurg.
And Marion Local will have the basketball.
And McClurg not afraid to shoot that three. Again, thrust it into full-time varsity play now due to the injury to Brogan Steffi. He's going to learn here very quick on varsity.
And the Wildcats will apply some pressure as well. Mesher will have it. Back out to Hess and over to the left side of Ike. Ike goes to the corner. Ball picked up there by Niekamp. He'll take it to the baseline. Under pressure, he'll push it back out. Three-pointer shot no good by Hess. Scrap for the rebound. Cooney's going to have it on the break, and Hess will knock it out of bounds.
And again, try to get a good, clean look here. If you're Minster, the size of Marion is going to bother you, but you got to be able to set screens, do something, and get yourself open. Inbounds pass to Cooney. McClurg, he'll get it over to Niemeyer. He'll go inside, pulls it back out. 2-0 on our First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Cooney for three, and he'll connect, and the Wildcats will take a 3-2 lead. It's a good possession there for Minster. Get a nice clean shot, and that's what Minster's just going to have to do if they want to get the upsets, just hit some shots. Hess's shot no good. It comes back to Hess, and Cooney is going to draw the foul, and Cooney really hacked him. Yeah. Coach McClurg is like, what the heck? Say straight up, and it's like, come on. And again, and this is the thing, too, you wonder with these teams, you take that long holiday break, we had that bad weather, too. How much had these teams really practiced over the course of the past couple days? You wonder. Of course, the Flyers had the game with, I believe it was Anna, scheduled for the 23rd, which was the day in which the high winds and low temperatures occurred. So they're trying to make up games from the football season, their state championship run, and then the weather interferes as well, as Hess will knock that one down, and Marion Local has a 1-point lead at 4-3. And they're used to that, though. You're just used to playing a lot of games in a short amount of time as there's a foul. Richards is a really good ball handler, too. I think when we were kind of talking about in the pregame, you mentioned that he averaging 11 points per game. He's been really nice to watch progress as a nice, solid ball handler here for Minster throughout this year. Niemeyer will get it inbounds. Ball taken away by Mesher, but it's tipped out of bounds by Minster as Flyers will maintain it. 5:42 to go. Opening quarter basketball here on NKTelco Sports. Thanks for joining us. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Marion Local and Minster. Mesher from three-point land, no good. I'll tell you, Cooney's really done the job on the boards. Fast break, lead, pass, Albers. And Cole Richard with a beautiful assist. That's a great way to run the break there by Albers. Nice job done by Minster. Hess slips into the lane, and he's going to draw the foul. That'll be Richard's first. Inbounds pass to Kanapke, and he's going to lose it out of bounds. Second turnover there for the Flyers. Man, it seems only not even 3 minutes have run off the clock yet. It seems like we've played a lot of basketball. Pace is a little different than what I anticipated here in the early going. Aiden Eifert will come into the lineup for the Flyers. Number 5, 5'11" senior. Plays some pretty good defense for Marion Local. Down court to Cooney, puts the shot up, no good. Rebound Kanapke. Hess up court, Eifert. Eifert is going to lose the basketball. Not sure if he was trying to toss it back in or he just lost control of it. Yeah, Marion been a little out of control in the half court here, not able to really get in a good flow offensively as Dylan Watercutter going to come in. for Minster.
And also Ian Holman into the lineup, too, for the Flyers. Richard, top of the key and into the lane. Back over to Holman. Richard, top of the key, wants to go inside off the glass, and it'll score.
That was a nice move.
Cole Richard, 22 out of 64 from the field, 34% coming into tonight's game. Knocks that one home, and Minster has a 3-point lead. Hess battling Richard all the way. Hess's shot a little bit short. Toss back in. Scrap for the rebound. It's going to come down to the Wildcats.
Marion 0 of 5 from the field here to start as well, Dave. Not hit a field goal yet.
Richard off balance shot's going to fall. Well, I tell you, Cole Richard, that was a beautiful off balance shot, one-handed.
That was. Talked about hitting tough shots in the pregame. Cole Richards has hit a couple tough shots right here.
Big lead for Minster here in the early going. 5 points as we go under 4 minutes. Past the halfway point of quarter number 1 as Kanapke just bulldozes his way inside. A determined effort by Kanapke, and the Flyers cut the lead to 3.
I think they just needed a basket. Just get it to your best player and let him work on the inside.
Outside Richard, off the front of the iron as Jaden Mesher will clear it. Eifert gets it to Hess. Hess back over to the left side. Niekamp for 3, shot no good. Battle inside. Hess has it, puts it up, and it doesn't roll in. And Cole Albers will clear it for the Wildcats.
Well, a little heat check there on that last possession, too, for Cole Richards. Trying to ride the hot hand here.
Inside the lane. Let's see what the call is.
And they're just trying to ride that hot hand here. We're saying Minster's an underdog here tonight. We're not going to, try to sell anything short. But I like what Coach McClurg is doing. Seeing Cole Richards hit a couple nice tough shots. He's saying, put it in my sophomore's hands. Let him try to take over the game early here to let Marion know that we're not going to, let you run us over. So I really like the play of Minster here early, especially Cole Richards' play.
Richard will hit the free throw. Substitutes galore coming in here for both teams right now as we hit the 3-minute mark. Albers for Minster will catch a breather. Cooney returns into the lineup. Cole McClurg returns to the lineup as well. And Dylan Watercutter came in just a little earlier as Richard will knock the free throw down. Excellent free throw shooter, 76%, and it's only getting better after those 2 made free throws. Jump ball and the possession arrow will favor the Wildcats. One thing on the keys to the game that Coach Guttameller pointed out, Minster's going to come here and they're going to be scrappy. They're going to fight for everything.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and they have been early.
Holman will have it. Kanapke on him. Holman's going to go to the basket. In trouble, back out. Here comes the 3. Dylan Watercutter into the act.
Boy, and it's just good shooting here from Minster early on. They've had an impressive first quarter.
14-6, and we still got a couple of minutes to go in this opening quarter. Ike out front with it. Ball goes to the floor. Eifert will save it. Mesher will have it. Back out to Eifert. Flyers trying to regain their composure here. Nice lead pass inside intended for Luke Pullman, but Pullman's shot's no good, and here come the Wildcats. Watercutter into the lane. Back out to Holman. Cooney's out front. He'll get it to Watercutter. Eifert on him, and it goes back out to Cole Richard. Cole Richard looks, he's got Kanapke on him. There's a mismatch somewhere.
Yeah.
Richard, he'll go into the lane, puts it up. No good. Holman gets the rebound. puts the shot up, and there's going to be a foul on the backside, and that's going to be on, I think, Mesher, number 11.
And I like that by Richard, even though, obviously Kanapke's sitting at 6'9". You have an 8-point lead. Worst thing that happens, you get blocked, but if you draw a foul on Kanapke or score or you miss, whatever, you draw a foul on Kanapke, that's huge to try to, even up that size mismatch that there is, and Holman just stuck with it there. Nice job, too, to draw contact.
Ian Holman now 11 out of 17 on the season at the line. 6'3" sophomore for the Wildcats has pushed his team into a 9-point lead, and with a made free throw here, the Wildcats will have a double-digit lead.
Wow, what a start.
Holman goes out. Albers comes back in. And a whistle inside, and must be a player control foul.
I was looking away from it. It's against Eifert.
It's going to be on Eifert.
Yeah, I was looking away from it. I don't know what happened there. That's the 5th turnover for Marion this first quarter, too.
Well, you're also now into the possession game. It's 10 points.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
Of course, we got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Minute 24, first quarter. First National Bank Think first scoreboard. Minster 16, Marion Local 6. Albers back over to Cooney. Niemeyer runs the cut. They'll get it back out front to Watercutter. Watercutter gets it to Cole McClurg. Pullman trying to go for the steal for Marion Local. McClurg recovers, comes back across the timeline. Lead pass to Cooney. He gets it inside to Niemeyer, over to Albers. Inside Watercutter, back out. There's the 3 from McClurg, no good. Tate Hess. Austin Niekamp with it. Hess will reverse it as they'll go around to the left side.
They're in a little more open post here, maybe. Nope, they're trying to get it over to number 23, Niekamp.
Into the lane goes Ike. Shot is going to be blocked by Albers, but he will draw the foul.
They try to run something for Niekamp there, and gets to Ike, and talking to Coach Guttemiller and talking about some notes kind of from his team early on. He did mention Brandon Ike, how he's impressed. He played JV last year as a junior, but he said that he improved immensely over the summer. He's now inserted himself into the starting lineup here this year. Again, free throws too, keeping Marion in the ball game. They're 5 of 5 from the line, and they've struggled just shooting the basketball.
Flyers split 14 out of 28 on the season, so they're good. It's good for them that they are connecting on these free throws, because they need every point right now, as it's an 8-point Minster lead. Cole Richard comes back into the game. Of course, he can shoot the 3 as Cooney brings it across the court. Albers in the corner. He'll go inside to Niemeyer, working on Mesher, pushes it out to Cooney for an open look. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Mesher. Hess up court quickly. He'll go to the left side and Ike. Back out front. Flyers would like to get a score as Hess goes inside against Albers. Shot no good. Albers with the rebound. First quarter belongs to Minster. 8 minutes is over. Our score, the Minster Wildcats 16, the Marion Local Flyers 8. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
High-intensity first quarter, and at least for the Minster Wildcats, the home team here tonight. Thanks for joining us here on NKTelco Sports. Wildcats had a 10-point lead before the Flyers. Thank goodness for Marion local fans that the Flyers are hitting their free throws.
Yeah, they're 6 of 6 from the line, but they're 10% shooting in the first quarter. That's coming from a little Jack Kanapke layup. So really kind of just an offensive struggle so far in the first quarter for Marion. Minster, on the other hand, hitting shots. They're 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 6 from the beyond the arc, and 4 of 4 from the charity stripe. A nice scrappy Minster team that Coach Guttermiller warned against, you know, that his team's playing, and Minster's playing scrappy and looking really good for these youthful Wildcats.
On the baseline goes Hess, puts it off the glass, and he'll draw the foul again, and he'll go to the line. Yeah,
Albert's just out of position there again. Not very disciplined, not very set there in his defensive stance there, and the foul's called, and Hess will go to the line. And there's a couple seniors on this team: Luke Pullman, Aiden Eifert, Tate Hess, and Brandon Ike.
Nothing but net for Hess. That makes him 6 out of 7 on the season. Second free throw in and out, and a rebound comes down to Holman. Up court quickly, and the Wildcats are going to throw it into the Marion local players bench.
Yeah, that's something that plagued Marion again in that first quarter. 5 turnovers. Minster only had 2 in that first quarter.
Flyers had 10 turnovers against St. Mary's in their last start. Back out front to Kanapke. Goes inside to Niekamp. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. Height beginning to make a difference here as the Flyers slowly try to climb back into this one.
Yeah, it's just sticking with it again. You can't teach, or you can't teach size, but you got to try to guard it somehow.
Inside Niemeyer, Cooney back out to McClurg. Going to be a blocking foul on Ike.
Again, we've watched that a few times where Marion's really crashing hard on the inside, or Minster's whipping it out to the perimeter. They've got some shooters out there, and Richard, McClurg, guys that can hit those 3-pointers. So Marion's going to have to be able to make sure they can get out there and get their hands in the face of some of these Minster shooters.
Number 3, a sophomore, Ryan Holman, into the Marion local lineup. First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 16-11. Minster with the lead inside. Shot up and in by Holman. The big Minster sophomore has a couple of buckets, and his team has a 7-point lead.
Nice move there by Holman, going against the bigger Kanapke as well.
Mesher to the baseline, back out to Niekamp, puts it on the floor, trying to work his way into the lane. Turnaround jumper, just a little bit short. Rebound to Cooney. Up court is Richard. Richard wants to go inside. Going to be tipped away, and that's a turnover. Holman right straddling the timeline. He'll get it over to the left side. And Hess, Niekamp for 3. Shot no good. Kanapke had it. And the rebound comes down to James Niemeyer.
Again, you said Ryan Holman's in the line. Played in that JV contest earlier, had 12 points for Marion in that game.
McClurg out front. And the foul is going to go against Ian Holman. That'll be his first as he set the screen. And I guess he was moving.
Yes. Good call there by the official. Coach is not liking that from Minster.
Kanapke out front, over to Niekamp. Niekamp from behind the arc gets it over to Mesher. Over in the left side, it goes to Holman. Holman picked up there by McClurg. Puts it on the floor, sneaks his way inside, puts it up and in. He was kind of hesitant to go there, but once he got there, he made that strong move, and it's 18-13.
And that's what he did in that JV contest, too.
Cooney. Richard. He'll hit it.
He's had a great game.
Richard with 8 points. Minster's lead at 7. Inside Kanapke. Kanapke, boy, what a strong move. And it's almost impossible not to foul him.
No. and that's why I think if you're Marion, I'm surprised they haven't looked to that more here early on. Now that's the second foul there against Cooney. So I don't know. I'm just thinking that Marion's not. The problem is they're not hitting shots on the outside. They're not able to open up their offense here. It makes it easier to guard that inside play. So now they're going to have to lean on Kanapke a little more than maybe they would usually do here in the early going.
And they've had a few shots from the outside that were good looks, and they simply
didn't fall.
Just don't fall.
It just comes down to that. Is the basketball going to fall in the basket? And it sounds dumb, but it's the truth sometimes.
Just one or two of those that fall, and it's a big difference. Inside, shot no good by Watercutter, who's re-entered the game. All the way up to Mesher. He'll put it off the glass.
Way to run the floor for Jaden Mesher. He's up to 4 now.
Tell you, Jaden Mesher, Tate Hess, and Jack Kanapke got a lot of valuable experience out there on the regional semifinal team of a year ago. And we're going to call it jump. Possession arrow will favor Minster. I'm not sure that call made anybody happy.
Yeah, they're saying it reached around there. It's what Coach Guttemiller wanted, but Connor Schmeezing in the lineup now too for Minster.
Schmeezing out front as Watercutter finds Richard inside. Richard moves into the lane, turnaround jumper, no good, and Austin Niekamp will throw a pass the length of the court to Eifert. Eifert at the baseline, double team. I think there's a reach there.
And now you're starting to get these fouls to pile up on Minster. 8 fouls midway through the second quarter. You have to start thinking about depth here a little bit too. And it, like I said, it's when you have this size disadvantage, it's hard to not foul.
Yeah, that's a great point. Minster has 8 fouls here with 3:57 to go in the half, and suddenly Marion Local is going to be shooting free throws.
Yeah, and they're already at the 1-1. Aiden Eifert going to the line for the bonus here early on. And we still got a lot of basketball to go here in this first half, and again that lingers and follows on to the second half as well in terms of foul trouble.
Free throw's a little short. Niekamp tries to put it up, and he'll draw the foul. So Niekamp will shoot 2 at the line.
And we were saying how well Marion started. They were 7 of 7, but they've missed their last 4 free throws now. So it's kind of flipped on its head a bit here as Niekamp will get 2, though.
Free throw, no good. And, of course, the other factor is you've got to hit your free throws now, given the opportunity.
And that's a quick motion there by Niekamp on his first one. Don't know if that's his natural shot, but usually come with a little bit of a pause since you have no penetration. But that's a very quick free throw.
Second free throw also off target. Caleb Sharp, number 32, into the lineup for the Wildcats. He picked up the foul earlier. Turnaround jump shot, no good.
Yeah, again, Minster missing some shots. They missed their last 4 from the field. And kind of a quick set there for McClurg. There just to throw something up, but Minster only 4 points so far here this second quarter. You can get something going here offensively.
Flyers, I think we're back to the original starting lineup.
Yes.
Rotated everybody in there for that break there about the midway point of that second quarter. And the Flyers are going to turn it over. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Sharp will have it. Back over to Holman. Holman looks to McClurg. McClurg will have it. Sharp is on, running the baseline. He comes out to the corner. Ball goes out to Niemeyer, and that's going to be over and back.
Coach McClure not happy with that call. Niemeyer's back, they're calling an over and back. Niemeyer's backside's turning. Probably you guys at home, you probably, I don't know if could see that very well either there, but the Minster bench irate with that call.
Marion local basketball. Mesher. Kanapke. To the delight of the Marion local student section.
Yeah, and he wanted, and Coach McClure wanted an illegal screen, and he's getting a timeout.
And we've got a timeout, a break in the action as we have some discussion along the sidelines. Our score, Marion local Flyers 20, or excuse me, the Minster Wildcats 20 and the Marion local Flyers 17. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
At one time, the Minster Wildcats had a 10-point lead late in the first quarter of basketball. Marion local has just kind of chipped away at it. Yeah. And suddenly this game at about the midway point of the second quarter has gotten ugly.
Yeah, and it's a physical game. And again, you know, we said it's with the snowstorm that we had, with the storm we had toward the end of last week, a couple days off between Christmas. This is a rescheduled game. You're kind of concerned about how the teams were coming out, and at times for both teams it's been sloppy, you know, which shouldn't surprise anyone. I hate to say it, but it's been sloppy at times.
Richard's shot no good. Kanapke, he'll clear the boards.
Yeah, that's a good call there. They were all over. They're trying to, Minster's been, with the size advantage that they have, Minster's been trying to kind of get some cheap steals in the backcourt. And, you know, we saw it the other night with Austin Parks from New St. Mary's whenever New Bremen was trying to do the same thing with them. And Kanapke, you know, being 6'9", it's like, hey, you know, get off me a little bit. And he does get the foul call there.
In that game, the Rough Riders had someone, Angsman was shooting the lights out with threes, so you just kicked it back out. And he had, what, 6, 7 threes for the game.
7 threes, 30 points.
Yeah.
But that's, too, what Marion needs to do here is they need to start hitting some shots from the outside to open it up a little more there for Jack Kanapke on the inside. But Marion gets some much-needed hit free throws.
1 point lead for the Minster Wildcats. Coming up on the 2:20 mark of the first half. McClurg will lose it. Niekamp will pick it up. Lead pass. Inside Ike, shot doesn't go, comes back out to Niekamp, and Hess will have it. Niekamp for the lead, shot no good. Rebounded by Hess. Hess will take it inside and feed it to Kanapke, who will be fouled by Niemeyer.
Yeah, and these second chances are starting to build. That's the thing. You know, we talked about the fouling, but you get a rebound, now you foul. Now it's the second foul there on Niemeyer. And it's because you're not rebounding. You're giving these second chances, and you're just letting it build, and build. Fortunately for Minster, Kanapke misses the free throw there. But Marion shot 16 free throws compared to Minster's 4. There's your difference.
And Kanapke need to hit a few.
Yeah.
Kanapke sizes it up, and he ties it up. Finally. Minute 56 to go here in the first half, and we're tied at 20. Kanapke with 7. McClurg working across the timeline. He's double teamed, in trouble, but gets it over to Holman. Back over to McClure. There's the steal. Hess on the breakaway, lays it up and in. And with 1:33 to go, Marion Local has the lead, and Minster wants the timeout. Breaking the action, Marion Local 22, Minster 20. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
I'd like to remind you that all timeouts tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. That timeout, of course, brought to you by the folks at Precision Strip and Minster.
And a foul before he even came in on Hess.
Takes the timeout, and on the inbounds play with, it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Hess. That's his first, team sixth, as McClure will have the basketball. And they're actually going to call a palm in a high school basketball game?
Yeah.
My goodness.
I don't know if he called that or I maybe thought he signaled a carry. You're saying palm, but.
Well, us old guys call it palming.
Okay. Same thing.
There's a shot. And Masher finally connects with one, and it's a 25-20 lead for the Flyers. Inside feed to Cooney. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go off of Cooney. And boy, things have just, in a matter of about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
The Wildcats have lost the lead and the basketball numerous times, but the Flyers will give it right back. And
yeah. Just a gap there by Kanaki. He looks up there. Niekamp is streaking on the left side, but he gets that ball so much in his thing he's got to feed it to a guard out that press break.
He just looked the wrong way. You need to look down, down court, and it would have been an easy.
And a couple bad fouls here by Marion. That's Ryan Homan there on the reach. Again, that ball shaded away, far away from him, about a foot away from him. He tried to reach on the inside. And
McClure will step to the free throw line. Cole McClure, freshman, 2 out of 3 on the season. After the missed free throw, under a minute we go. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 5-point Marion local lead. Niekamp out front. Richard tries to go for the steal, but instead will collide with Hess, and that'll put Hess at the line for 2.
And 2 fouls on Richards now, too. The foul trouble is going to be wide for Minster. There's a lot of players with 2-1 fouls, going into half. They're going to have to watch that again come here in the second half.
Hess misses the first. Got 50 seconds left here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. First half action here on NKTelco Sports. Thanks for joining us. Midwest Athletic Conference basketball from Minster. Second free throw is there. 6-point lead for the Flyers. McClure.
Marion, just relentless ball pressure here lately.
Richard, baseline, fadeaway, shot doesn't go, and Cole Richard will go to the free throw line.
And he's trying to hit those tough turnaround baskets. He hit a couple of them earlier in the game. Really do like his play. He's he's kind of embracing the contact and the physicality of this game very well. And he's got some very, very nice shoes. A fluorescent pink. They look really nice.
They look good.
They do.
Not sure how they look on your television, but or your flat screen. They look pretty sharp here, though. 26-21 as Richard with the free throw. He'll connect. Substitute Caleb Sharp will come in.
We want to avoid Richard picking up that third foul before the half, too, which is smart there by Coach McClurg.
Hess will bring it up court. Mesher. There's the steal and a foul by Mesher.
That's a frustration foul by Jaden Mesher. And maybe a smart foul here. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity there. It would have been an easy layup where, you know, Minster cuts the deficit to 2 and maybe takes that into halftime. So, you know, that was a clear intentional foul there by Mesher.
Connor Schmeezing with a nice steal. And he's at the free throw line, shooting 1-and-1. Misses the front end, and Niekamp will clear the rebound.
Foul worked out.
Brings it up court. Clock is coming down to 10 seconds, Brandon.
Foul worked out there, though, for Marion.
Mesher for 3. Rebound goes long, and Schmeezing, it's going to go off of him, and it's going to be Marion local basketball.
Yeah, Marion's 1 of 8 from 3 this half, too. 12.5%.
3.2 seconds.
I don't think he got it off.
They're going to count it. They're going to count it.
Are they?
Well, the back official counted it.
I don't know if he got it off.
And that's going to make it 28-22 at halftime. 6-point lead. Once again, our score, the Marion local Flyers 28, Minster Wildcats 22. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Whether you do business from a corner store or a corner office, there is one asset your business cannot do without: the internet. Everything from sales and marketing, training and shipping, PR, HR, and R&D, your business relies on a fast, reliable, and secure connection. And now, it's more important than ever to partner with an internet provider you can trust. Get Flight Fiber for Business, backed by local tech support from NKTelco. Call today.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists, Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Minster came out roaring in the first quarter, built a 10-point lead at one point, led after the first quarter 16-8. Marion Local lit the boards up for 20 points in quarter number 2, and they're enjoying a 6-point lead here at halftime. Interested to see what the numbers tell us, Brandon.
Yeah, first for the blue and gold. They were 8 of 22 shooting from the field in the first half. From beyond the arc, they were 1 of 8 shooting. 19 rebounds for the Flyers, 9 turnovers, and they were 11 of 19 from the line. And it was a struggle later. They started out 7 of 7 shooting from the line, and then it really kind of went a little downhill from there for Marion Local shooting from the charity stripe. On the flip side for Minster, they were 33.3%, 7 of 21 shooting, 2 of 7 from beyond the arc, 13 rebounds, 9 turnovers, and 6 of 8 from the charity stripe. The individual scoring that first half was led there by Tate Hess, had 8. There was also 7 for Jaden Mesher and 7 for Jack Kanapke, 2 for Ryan Homan, 2 for Brandon Eink. And for Minster, they were led by Cole Richards with 10. They had 4 from Ian Homan, 3 for Dylan Watercutter, 3 for Logan Cooney, and 2 for Cole Albers. After one quarter, it was 16-8 Minster. And now at our halftime score, 28-22 Marion leading Minster. You sensed, you saw Marion gain momentum toward the end of the halftime, before the halftime break. Now the size is starting to become a factor. Now foul trouble is going to become a little bit of a factor here in the second half, and Minster's going to have to play a little more cleaner on defense. But Minster played a very solid first quarter, which has helped keep them within striking distance of the Flyers.
Yeah, they had a 10-point, as I mentioned, they had a 10-point lead. They lost the lead with 1:33 left in the first half, when Tate Hess stole the ball at midcourt and went in for the layup, and that put them up 22-20. So then they ended up scoring 6 more points in that next minute and a half. They've got a 28-22 lead and the basketball as we start the second half of play. Hess will have it, and the Flyers trying to take control. This is game number 1 of the MAC season for Marion Local. Is you look at their schedule, and this is the week they make up all the games.
Yeah.
Hess with the steal again, and McClurg will foul him as he goes in for 2. But they play in the asset allocation holiday tournament at Coldwater on the December 28th and 30th, depending on when you're watching tonight's game. If you're watching it live, those obviously are current dates. But they've also got a makeup game tonight, so this is a busy week for the Flyers.
Yeah, and even New Bremen's going through that now, and Minster's gone through it in the past. You know how tough it is. Kurt Guttemiller's has to have a plan, obviously, for how he keeps his guys in tune. They've had a successful program. They won that state title back in 2018. They've had many more successful teams, besides that night. But the fouls now starting to just pile on here for the Wildcats, and they've already got 2 in 22 seconds. Foul trouble is going to become a massive issue.
That's going to be the 3rd on Logan Cooney. So short jump shot, no good. Or make that number. See, that's Cole McClurg with 3 fouls.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Excuse me. As Holman is going to return to the lineup. Marion Local with a 7-point lead. They'll have the basketball as they try to get it into Kanapke. Back over to Hess out front. Niekamp makes the move inside. Ball has come away to Holman. as Richard brings it across the timeline. Over on the right side to McClurg. Albers, Richard into the lane. Holman will have it. Boy, that's just a young Minster squad, isn't it?
Yeah, very young. Yeah, 4 sophomores and a freshman. You don't get younger than that in high school basketball. I think it's literally impossible.
I think there's two freshmen out there. Albers and McClurg are both
you're
freshmen,
right. You're right.
Even
that
younger. Makes it even younger.
Yeah. But they're playing well tonight. I mean, really that first quarter's kept them in this ball game. And I say that and they turn the ball over.
Try to get it inside. Here comes the lead pass to Kanapke. He'll go in for the basket. And the foul is going to be on Niemeyer.
And the size is just, it's starting to take over. Like I noted in the pregame, like it might, and it's starting to become really a prime issue here. You know, they said, you know, still only 1 of 8 from the outside shooting, but it's, you know, that size is going to become an issue.
Kanapke hits the free throw. He's into double figures with 10 points. Watercutter handles the basketball for the Wildcats. Over to Richard. 15-footer by Richard. No good. Albers will get the rebound. Hess will draw the foul.
That's the first shot Minster was able to get off this second half.
Inbounds pass comes into Niemeyer. Over to the left side and Richard. There's a bomb. Shot no good, and Mesher will have the rebound.
These threes aren't hitting now for Minster either. They're 25% from beyond the arc.
Kanapke off the glass, off the iron. No good. He's a force inside when he wants to be.
And it shows you, too, and, you know, Albers is probably the tallest player in a lot of his games, but he's going to learn a lot tonight by banging down there low with Kanapke.
Richard out front. Hess will guard him. Senior versus freshman. Albers at the free throw line. Dumps it off to Richard. It's going to go up. Stays in bounds. Holman will bring it back in. Albers out front. Clock coming up on 5 minutes. 10-point lead for Marion Local at 32-22. Watercutter looking inside, but they'll turn it over. There's the steal. Richard throws it back inside. Mesher will pick it up. Niekamp looking for Kanapke. Not in time as the Minster defense recovers.
It's been a sloppy third quarter taking care of the ball for Minster. 4 turnovers. Marion has 2 this quarter. So it really has been a sloppy game in terms of taking care of the ball.
10-point lead for Marion Local. Minster just trying to find some offense suddenly.
Yeah.
Inside feed, and it's going to be tipped away, and Richard will have it. Niemeyer now back over to Richard. It's going to leave it out of bounds. It's going to be tipped away by Hess. McClurg comes into the lineup. Wildcats get it inbounds. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Holman tries to sneak one in. Ball taken away up by Albers as Eifert takes one to the face or the eye, but it looks like he's okay, but Mesher's going to come in a moment for him. Try to get it inside to Kanapke. Hess out front. Luke Pullman into the lineup for Marion Local. He's over in the corner, inside shot by Eifert. Aiden Eifert. That's his first basket of the season, I believe.
Yeah, and he just got left all alone. Doesn't come much easier than that.
Foul is going to be on Hess. in the backcourt.
Yeah. It's going to be his third.
It's going to be his third. Mesher comes in for Hess. Niekamp also off the bench for Marion Local. He'll come in for Kanapke as he'll catch the breather at the 3:59 mark.
Oh.
Over and back.
Yeah, he caught that. When he caught the ball, he was in the forecourt. So that's right when he caught the ball, but Minster's going to argue he didn't have control of it.
So the Wildcats commit the turnover. Marion Local will have the basketball. Ike with it. Back over to Mesher. Trying to go into the lane. There's a reach there by McClurg.
And that's a good call. And Coach McClurg disagreed with that. His hands all over him right there. That's a good call.
Ike's going to inbound it. Pullman with a soft touch and the easy jumper, and Luke Pullman gets his first basket of the night.
Yeah, and Marion looking smoother now on offense, running at a nice efficiency now, outscoring the Wildcats 8-2 this stanza.
Going to be a charge on Richard.
6 turnovers for Minster this quarter.
(36-24). Marion Local with the lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Pullman gets it up front, tries to get it to number 5, Aiden Eifert, but it's tipped out of bounds.
You feel this game, too, starting to slip away from Minster a bit. You know, you feel the momentum in the gym shift. Just got to, make a couple defensive stands, hit some shots here if you're Minster. Try to get a turnover, a transition layup, something to get you going here.
Logan Cooney back into the lineup for the Wildcats. Out front, Pullman. Back over to Eifert. Out front, Mesher. Here comes Hess inside. Short jumper doesn't fall. Rebound, Ian Holman. And there's going to be a foul on the rebound. That's going to be on Luke Pullman. He'll pick up his first. Let's see, we got 5 team fouls for Minster, 3 for Marion Local.
It's been an active whistle this quarter.
Flyers going to pick them up man-to-man. Trying to get that double team, and there's the near steal by Eifert. As Ike will come in to the lineup again. Kanapke also returns. Get about a 1-minute breather off the clock.
Yeah, you're right.
Cole Richard. He'll handle the basketball. Back over to Niemeyer. Albers inside, battling away with Kanapke. Inside shot, no good. Albers will come down with it. Niemeyer will have it. Timeout, Minster. 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. As the Marion Local defense has just gone up a couple of notches here in the second half, Brandon.
Yeah, and sometimes you get that from a young team. It was a great first quarter, shooting-wise for Minster. Marion made some good adjustments there going into the halftime break. You could start to see the adjustments take place the second quarter. And Marion started hitting some shots, too, which helped them out. A 20-point second quarter. And now you're seeing Marion, not necessarily on cruise control, but feel like they have the momentum of the game at their hands, which shows why they're really considered the MAC favorite here. And this is their first MAC game of the year, too, as well here. And again, it's like I said, it's around the Christmas break. You had the 23rd, we had that snowstorm. Not a lot of people practiced or had games, so it's just getting things rolling, getting your basketball legs under you, so to speak.
And our timeouts tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. Three-point shot by Niemeyer, no good. And there's a turnover in the backcourt on Niekamp.
5th turnover of the quarter on Marion. It's one thing can get on 11 turnovers between both teams this quarter. Marion's abandoned the three-point shot there this third quarter as well. They haven't taken one yet.
12-point Marion local lead. Minster's just got 2 points so far here in the quarter. Another foul. Is that on Austin Niekamp?
Yeah, it looked like Jack Knapke. So they're flashing.
Once you go into the lane, it's you're on your own.
You know, and like I said, when you have players, especially post players, that are big like that, we talked about it with Austin Parks. Every foul and every call is going to be magnified so much more, because that's the way you can get him out of the game is foul trouble, obviously. So every call against him is going to be magnified.
Niemeyer will have the inbounds pass. We got about 2 minutes to go. Richard has a good look with a three. And there's going to be a foul on Cooney. Moving screen?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. But Richard had a really nice shot there from the corner. I don't know.
He did.
It's a little ticky-tacky there, but that's the 7th turnover of the quarter for the Wildcats.
Knapke with the basketball back out front. Mesher. Austin Niekamp with it. Heinck gets it inside to Niekamp. Minster is going to get the jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Wildcats on this one, so that's a Marion local turnover.
Nobody able to get a timeout there either.
Marion local coach Kurt Guttermiller, he just said, keep the ball up. You can hear it from here.
Yeah, and he you know, I'd say Kurt Guttermiller, one of the more admirable basketball coaches in our area. Again, just trying to have some patience with his team too. You know, I'm sure playing only your 4th game on December 27th is pretty tough.
Albers, he's going to try the three-point game.
Ugh.
And Austin Niekamp with a rebound. In the corner, Hess. Nice defensive play there by Noah Schwederman into the lineup. Good defense by the freshman. And we're coming up on a minute. Richard into the lane, gets the roll.
Yeah.
Cole Richard got 12 of his team's 26 points.
And the guy got screened there, fell down there, which helped him make it an easier path for him to the basket.
And Jaden Mesher, he's into double figures with 10 points. Flyers have got Knapke and Mesher with 10 each. 39-26, 13-point Flyer lead. Ball goes out of bounds. McClurg will come in, and Richard will go out with 23 seconds. Eifert in the lineup for Marion local. Back out McClurg.
Good defense by Knapke on the inside, cutting off Albers there.
15-footer shot no good, and
it's getting a little whistle happy in here.
Slightly. That's going to go against Austin Niekamp.
I think they just set a standard, and now they think they got to stick to it too.
Final seconds of the third quarter, counting down. Watercutter in the lineup. He'll go to the baseline. Gets it back out. There's the three. Shot no good by Schwederman. So the third quarter is completed. Our score, Marion local 39, Minster 26. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order.
Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Thirteen-point lead for Marion Local. They have the basketball as we start the fourth quarter play. Inside to Kanapke. They're going to call a jump ball. Good defense there by Cole Albers. And that is a turnover for the Flyers as the possession arrow favors Marion Local.
And again, there's a lot of turnovers that quarter for both teams. 13 turnovers and 11 fouls that quarter. Sloppy by both sides.
Holman back out front to Watercutter, trying to go inside on Mesher, puts it up, shot doesn't fall.
A good take by Watercutter on the inside. And Watercutter, one of a couple seniors on this team, along with Andy Puppelman, Watercutter, Cooney, as well. 3 seniors on this team. The seniors for Marion are Luke Pullman, Aiden Eifert, Jaden Mesher, Tate Hess, and Brandon Eink.
Watercutter connects on the free throw. Watercutter 10 out of 12 on the season. And he continues his good free throw shooting. Has 5 points on the night. Flyers will inbound it. There's the steal by Holman. Richard will have it. Into the lane he goes, puts it up. It's going to be a foul, I think. I was going to say it was on the backside of Niekamp, but I think it's going to go against Jaden Mesher, who was on the front side, and that's going to put Cole Richard at the line. That's his fourth, so off the bench comes Luke Pullman for the Flyers.
Yeah, and again, Mesher's going to be a key piece going forward for this Marion team. You know, they have aspirations, you know, of getting to a regional state tournament, winning MAC title, which I think this team can do. They're going to need him to step up, be good. You know, you have Niekamp, Kanapke on the inside, but you're going to need good guard plays from people like him and Tate Hess.
Richard will hit the free throw, and it's a 10-point Marion Local lead. There's the steal, inbounds, goes right back to Albers, puts it up and in.
Ooh, nice play.
And as much as you want to kind of think Marion Local has this one under control, it still is only an 8-point game.
Yeah, and there's another steal and a foul.
And Holman will he go to the line?
1 and 1.
Yes.
And,
yeah, that's 7th foul, or 8th foul rather, for Marion.
Yeah.
Flyers in a little bit of foul trouble here with 7 minutes to go.
But you put it there, you put it really well there, Dave, when you said you want to put it on cruise control, but now they made a couple, you know, turnovers there, and Minster with a chance to capitalize. You know, clutch free throws coming up here for Holman.
Let's see what happens. Holman doesn't get the roll on the front end of that 1-and-1. Out front is Niekamp. Holman is on him. Into the lane.
Again, and then they've called it tight, so they've called that a lot of the night. So let's say he was out of position there as Niekamp goes to the line.
Well, there's a lot of contact as they go into the lane, and you know,
you just got to set a standard and you have to stick to it.
Would Niekamp have made that shot if he wasn't? The contact wasn't there, most likely. So
it's
just one of those nights where feels like it's a first, second, or third game of the year, which for the Flyers it really is.
Yeah. And you add the break, like I said, we've had earlier, so.
Watercutter into the lane, back out to Cooney, shoots the three. What do I like to say?
You need a license to shoot a three.
That's right.
A Dave Helmstetter license, and really, Minster's 2 of 12, so there's not a lot of action at the BMV, I guess. And they've been struggling to shoot that tonight.
Flyers will go back to the line.
But it's like you said, if you just get 2 of those to fall, man, it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, that's 6 points, and suddenly it's a 1 possession or so game. Rebound, Watercutter had to go off him. Hess has the basketball now. He'll go inside. They're going to money right now. There it is.
That's a tough basket.
And I'll tell you, Albers held his own.
Yeah, that was great, clean, straight-up defense, but Kanapke just, there's nothing you can do about that.
And it's 42-31. 11-point lead. McClurg tries to go into the lane. He'll draw the foul out front.
I like, too, what I really like about Jack Kanapke is him calling out the ball screens. You can hear him through our headsets, which is pretty impressive for how loud he is talking to his teammates. That's something, obviously, that doesn't go in the books or anything, but this guy can play high level, Division I basketball maybe in the future. His brother Luke played at Toledo there. A lot of Marion fans know that. And he's, very impressive to watch. It's only a junior as well, so has another year of terrorizing the MAC.
Free throw no good. Here come the Flyers trying to pad their lead. Hess. Ball out of bounds off of Albers. Inbounds to Kanapke. Back over to Eifert. Hess got it. Boy, there's a big three right there.
Yeah, it is. And they've, like I said, they abandoned the three-point shot. They've only taken 2 of them this second half, but they hit both. And that's when it opens up everything else for your offense.
Hess has got 12 points, and the lead is now 14, which is the largest of the night for either team.
Yeah. But like I said, it opens up everything else from your offense. That's going to get you more one-on-one matchups for Jack Kanapke, and particularly Austin Niekamp, who's been kind of quiet offensively with 3 points, but it's going to get you those more favorable matchups to make that high advantage that Marion has pretty much every game. It's going to make it sting even more.
5 minutes and 29 seconds to go in this one on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Inbounds pass to Ryan Holman, the sophomore, working on James Niemeyer over to the right side, and Hess. Kanapke, and Albers is going to draw the foul.
And it's like you said, they're going to money now, and hit a couple threes, open up the lead, and now you get it to your big man Jack Kanapke, and the fouls again piling up here for the Wildcats. You just take a look at that board. Everyone at least has 2, or there's only one player with 2 fouls. Everyone else has 3 or 4.
Connor Schmiesing back into the lineup for the Wildcats. Kyle Ungren about to enter the game for the Flyers as Kanapke connects. He's got 13. He'll catch a break at the 5:18 mark of quarter number 4.
Yeah, make it 14 for Kanapke, actually, but he's playing a really nice second half.
Schmiesing brings it up court. Over to Niemeyer. Richard has it. Clock at 5 minutes. Cooney over to the left side. Schmiesing. Albers inside the Niemeyer. Shot up and in.
Good ball movement by Minster. They're getting a lot of good shots when they drive and take it to that baseline.
Marion local. 14-point lead as they Get the ball to Ungren.
And Ungren played in that JV game too. Again, another big guy there for Minster. Or Marion, excuse me.
Free throw a little bit too strong as Holman will return and Albers will go out. Second free throw is good. 15-point Marion local lead. Schmeezing up court. Easy bucket, and Cooney will score. 30-second timeout for the Wildcats as they'll stop the clock. All timeouts, a full timeout. Take that back. All timeouts here tonight. Brought to you by Precision Strip. I'd like to remind you that NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of tonight's high school varsity basketball action on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Sunday, January the 8th at 3 p.m. and Monday, January the 9th at 9 p.m. Replays again on Channel 3 or HD Channel 503. Sunday, January the 8th at 3 p.m. Monday, January the 9th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. And our timeouts tonight all brought to you by Precision Strip. Minster cuts the lead to 13. They take the timeout, trying to get a steal here on the pressure defense.
Yeah, and they got some to start the fourth quarter, but now Marion able to break it and starting to take advantage of that size advantage on the inside, and now it's really kind of starting to pull away and flex their muscle.
Marion local with a 13-point lead. The clock stands at 4:19. You look at that scoreboard, and Minster's got 10 team fouls. Marion local has 9, so we could see a lot of free throws being shot.
Oh, and a travel right there from Mesher, shuffled his feet. It's just it's been a stop start second half with these 19 foul calls, and now that's 10 turnovers on Marion, it's 8 on Minster, so 18 turnovers, 19 fouls. That's 37 times the whistle's blown. We're not even halfway through the fourth quarter yet.
Richard from behind the arc. He'll shoot the three as he steps back. A rebound comes down to Tate Hess. Trying to get the double team or the steal as Cooney almost had it for the Wildcats. Hess will inbound it. Heinck back to Hess, and here come the Flyers. Mesher over to Heinck. Heinck wants to work the baseline. He'll get it back up, and Niekamp not able to bring it in, and Cooney will have it. Nice hustle. Back over to the right side. Schwederman with the shot, no good, and the rebound comes down to Kanapke.
Fourth foul now on Niemeyer, and you might have heard the PA say, but this foul's kind of, again, like I said, at the halftime break, they're going to start piling up, and it's starting to happen right now, Dave.
Yeah, you look at the scoreboard, Brandon, and there's a lot of folks with 4 fouls on the board for the Wildcats.
Yeah.
As Kanapke a little bit short on the free throw.
Again, 75% of the Flyers scoring right now coming from either Tate Hess, Jaden Mesher, or Jack Kanapke, all in double figures right now.
Free throw no good. Richard for the rebound. So you got Albers, Niemeyer, and Cooney all with 4 fouls on the floor right now for Minster.
4 for Tate Hess. More of the foul troubles affecting Minster, but you're seeing a little bit on the Flyer side too.
Well, Jaden Mesher and Tate Hess both have 4 fouls for the Flyers. A couple of pretty good ball players in foul trouble.
And Richard, considering to have a very nice night as well for the Wildcats. I don't they're down 12, but he's had a very nice night, over a season average of 11 points a game. So, don't sleep on him. He's had a really nice season. He's going to have to continue to play a big role with Brogan Steffi out for the rest of the year.
He's got 15 on the night. Flyers trying to work against a triple team. Ike will find Kanapke.
That foul call, he's having to go to the bench as Cooney will
go out.
Yeah, it might be a long 3 minutes and 9 seconds here. The whistle's blown a lot this second half.
Brandon Ike. Not sure if he's shot any free throws tonight, but he was 1 for 2 coming into tonight's game. I think that might be the first time we've seen him at the line, so we'll call it 2 out of 3 on the season. Second free throw, also good. Flyers up by 13. Kanapke out front will draw the foul. Let's see, Kanapke is at 6'9", and they have Cole McClurg listed at 5'10". A little bit of height.
I'm 5'10".
Advantage there, but not quickness advantage.
No, that's true.
McClure kind of navigated around that situation, but he'll get the foul, and Cole's going to try and knock the free throws down.
First points
and he does. McClure,
yeah.
First couple points of the night for the young man. Hess out front. He's going into the lane. Pull-up jumper, and Tate Hess.
Thought he might have got away with the shuffle of the feet there.
$14 for him. Richard shot inside and out. Boy, that looked like that almost could have counted for a point. Coming up on 2 minutes, Flyers on cruise control to the big man. Jack Kanapke with the slam at 2:15 to go. And it's 54-39. He's got 16.
A little oomph on that, too.
Richard off balance. Players on the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Marion local basketball.
And again, Marion's starting to pull away. It's been a single-digit lead for most of this game, so Kanapke looks like his night's going to be over with 16 points.
A lot of basketball yet this week for the Marion local Flyers, as we noted, as they'll move on to playing a holiday tournament.
And a long second half, too. And when the new year comes around, it's going to be a long, a long season still ahead for Marion.
Hess has it. Back over to Ike. Ike will go to the right side. Clock at 1:40. Both teams with 10 fouls each. So whoever fouls next goes to the free throw line twice. Ungren. And Marion Local will take the timeout, a full timeout. We'll take a break. Our timeouts tonight brought to you by Precision Strip. Our score, Marion Local 54, Minster 39. You're watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Minute 25 to go in this one. As Marion local coach Kurt Guttemiller takes the timeout for the final strategy of what he wants to see happen. His team comfortably in the lead with a 15-point advantage. He wants them to move the basketball.
They're bringing a little pressure now, too.
Hess. Mesher back out to Eink. Ryan Holman, number 3, into the lineup. He's out front. Mesher and Flyers just want to move the basketball.
This again, move and cut. Sometimes this isn't a bad thing either. It teaches you a lot without shooting the basketball.
Want to move the basketball, avoid getting double teamed, and wrap it up.
You learn a lot from this too. People are like, you aren't shooting the basketball. Yeah, you're learning to move and cut, and it just makes you more efficient as an offense later on down the line.
Brandon Eink. Hess. Niekamp. Layup.
Marion's also hit its last 6 shots to put the cherry on top of this game.
Niekamp with 5 points under 10 seconds. Sharp with the pull-up jumper goes. And Caleb Sharp with the bucket. His first basket of the night as the fans head for the exits. And Marion local is victorious. And they move to 3-1 on the season with a hard-fought victory and pick up their first MAC win of the season. As you can see, the Minster cheerleaders on the floor, and the two teams congratulate each other as time has expired and the Flyers pick up the win. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors for tonight's game: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Borchers Floor Center, and NKTelco. Additional sponsors for tonight's game: Burke Petroleum, Chiltech LLC, Cy Schwedeman Incorporated, Dickman Supply, Hometown Opportunity, Hillsman Automotive, Park National Bank, Securcom, and St. Henry Bank. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game will be replayed on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Sunday, January the 8th at 3 p.m. and Monday, January the 9th at 9 p.m. Again, those times are Sunday, January the 8th at 3 p.m. and Monday, January the 9th at 9 p.m. You can also watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. I'd like to thank our Keys to the Game sponsor, Keyhole Pizza. Scoreboard sponsor tonight, First National Bank, Think First. Starting lineup sponsor, Emerson Climate Technologies. Timeout sponsor, Precision Strip. Our Minster Live View sponsor, Borchers Floor Center. And our player of the game sponsor, NKTelco. Now let's get the final numbers and a recap on tonight's Marion local win over the Minster Wildcats.
Thanks, Dave. And take a look for the blue and gold. They were 17 of 35 from the field shooting. They were 3 of 10 from beyond the arc, and they had 31 rebounds, 20 turnovers, and they were 19 of 33 from the line. On the flip side, for the Minster Wildcats, they were 13 of 40 shooting, 2 2 of 13 from beyond the arc tonight, 0 of 6 in the second half. They had 21 rebounds, 17 turnovers, and they were 13 of 18 from the line. An overall game that Minster led here in the first quarter by 10, but as time rolled on, the superiority, I want to say, of Marion, their size starts taking over, and Marion gets a 15-point win and gets their first win in MAC play here tonight. Yeah, 1:33 to go in the half, and we were tied at 20. Yeah. And the big steal by Tate Hess put the Flyers into the lead at 22 to 20, and from there on, it was all Marion local. But Minster did enjoy a 10-point first half lead, and such a young squad that Coach Michael McClurg has this season. At one time there were 3 sophomores and 2 freshmen out on the floor, and the Flyers they've got 3 returning players that have got a lot of experience, all MAC credentials, and some very good complementary players that also were lettermen and had varsity experience too. So Flyers are just gearing up, I'm afraid. The MAC is going to be seeing a lot of the Marion local Flyers. And our NKTelco player of the game tonight, I'm going to go Tate Hess. Could have went with Jack Kanapke. I think that would have been the easy pick. But, Tate Hess, he made a couple plays on the defensive end. You mentioned he hit the layup to put Marion ahead after they kind of had a slow start to the game. I think they made some plays on the defensive. He made some plays on the defensive end. He was in double figures as well. So Tate Hess, NKTelco player of the game, I think well earned. We know Jack Kanapke's going to probably get some here in the future, but Tate Hess, NKTelco player of the game. Yeah, Tate Hess came up with some very, very big plays on defense, a couple of key steals when things weren't looking so good for the Flyers early on, and they were critical in the Flyer victory. So Marion local goes to 3-1 overall, 1-0 in MAC play. The Minster Wildcats fall to 2-6 and 0-2 in league play, and they'll play in their next contest at Ottoville. So thank you for watching tonight's game here on NKTelco Sports. I'm Dave Helmstetter. With me tonight, Brandon Coverman, and you have been watching high school basketball on NKTelco Sports.